Bouquets. How are we blooming today? It's your girl Enchanted, Gypsy Lotus of Uniqueness, and I am back with another What the Heal. What is that heavy energy around love? So today I want to talk about. I feel like I already made a video about celebrating your successes, but I think we need to like make a video, or it might not even been about your success. Maybe that video was about celebrating or honoring the journey. I don't know. I just want to talk more about like really trusting the process and um really like always just having gratitude no matter what season you may be in at the time. Um because the way I'm able to handle this situation now versus a couple years ago are two different ways. And I feel like that's because one, I really have healed and grown and gotten better. Um and also because I really have put myself I've learned I've learned to find gratitude in every moment um because it can always be worse. That's the thing. Like we don't realize that. Like we might think we in a really bad predicament. It can always be worse. You could think you literally already at rock bottom, but it can get lower. But I'm not there, right? So and I'm saying that with the celebrating your success because it's like you have to celebrate yourself. It's not even about just celebrating your success. You have to celebrate yourself in every season. You have to honor yourself in every season. You have to reward, congratulate yourself, pat yourself on the back in every season. Like I just finished passing my test. I don't even know. I do know I passed my test, but I don't actually physically have the proof that I passed my test. But I still left having a party because I'm confident in myself that this is my last time taking that test and I already passed and I'm gonna be back and I'm smiling and I'm just gonna keep having all the gratitude because I know I passed my test. Even without seeing the proof, I'm gonna celebrate myself. I'm gonna do something to um acknowledge like the closing of that cycle of me having to even go through the trials and tribulations with taking this certification test. So um and even like I'm a 2020 graduate, y'all. I did not walk across the stage. And that is 2025 and that to this day still bothers me. Like, and I think that's part of the reason why it's like I borderline. It's like I am very motivated to go get my master's, but then I'm also like not motivated to get my master's because I never celebrated the bachelor's at this point. Like there was never like I Lord, am I gonna cry? No, I'm not gonna cry. But I spent my graduation day damn near alone. Like some of my peers were still um like in that house with their families, basically was having a graduation party at the time of watching the YouTube. Um and everything and like I literally went and got my face done. That sounds so crazy, but I did. I went and got my face done to sit in my house. I got a full face of makeup. My second time ever getting a full face of makeup. Was that my second time? Yes, that at that time that was my second time of having a full face of makeup for graduation. To just watch a YouTube video all day. I really genuinely now looking back, why? Because I think that was what was trying to hype me up to still be like, okay, it don't matter. Like I'm still treated like it's a real graduation day anyway. I think that's why I got my makeup done. But honestly, nobody saw me. I mean, not let me not say nobody saw me, but like, child, because even the picture that I have posted on my social media don't even look like I really had makeup on. If we being honest, and that's the thing about my face in general. Like that's part of the reason girl, what you talking about not wearing makeup for? That don't got nothing to do with celebrating the success and being appreciative of the journey. So, um, so, um, you have to be grateful for your journey no matter what season you're in because you have to. God can't bless you with new blessings if you're not taking care of the current ones you're already living in. And even when it seems like I said, it could always be worse. So it's like, okay, no, you're not working, but you still got a roof over your head, clothes on your body, and food in your stomach. Um, so why not be grateful for those things, you know? or even be grateful for the pause. Maybe I needed a break. Now I'm well rested. Now I'm okay. I was able to regroup and rebirth and refigure out some things about how to go about certain things differently now. So now when the blessings start coming down, I am going to be more prepared to handle those blessings. And that's another thing. Like you do. What did I just say this morning when I was praying? Something had came up when I was praying. Obedience and discipline are needed for manifestation and something else. Discipline, manifestation, and alignment. I think is what I was talking about. Being in alignment. But the only way you can really be in alignment is if you actually are being obedient. When God gives you something, when God is telling you to do something, you sit by and procrastinate on it or still wait a while to actually get around to do it, you're not helping no situations for yourself. You only making it where you making it seem like you can't even handle. If you can't treat what I gave you now right, then why would I give you better? Like, I want a house. I want a house. And I literally now, okay, not even just the house. Okay, so in regards to me trying to pass this test, right? I like I said, I knew it was other blockages and stuff happening. So yes, I still, study the math, but I also had to really meditate and clear my mind and do all the things to make sure my mental at all could even absorb the math information. I had to heal and release the fear and the doubt that was telling me I wasn't gonna pass the test. So I had to work on myself to be able to pass my test. Like I had to really lock in and say, okay, God, what you need from me in order for you to help me through this test or help me pass this test, or what do I need to do? How can how can I serve you to get that blessing? That sound bad. I don't like that wording, but it really was kind of like a, what do you need from me? And it's being obedient, like whatever. When you asking like, what can I do, what can I figure out, how can I get this, da 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 da, them signs, the signals, them thoughts that you get after asking that type of question, get up and do it. Like, how you be like, how like we could all be in like we could be, how like, okay, because this is the main time, anytime you like really hitting the wall and you just really you all you can do is pray, but you over here trying to bargain with God, like, God, if you just come through for me on this, I promise I'll stop, da, 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 I promise I'll do, da, 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 da. But then he give it to you, you don't actually do none of the stuff you just said you was gonna do, so then that thing gets snatched right back up. Yeah, obedience. That's still part of being obedient, because you're not even sticking to your own word. How you want me to stick to my word and actually bless you, but you can't stick to your word and do the things you said you was gonna do? At least that's where I'm at. I don't know where everybody else at, but that's where I'm at. If you want me to do this for you, what are you gonna do for me? Not even what you're gonna do for me, but like, how are we gonna make it that you really end up really knowing how to handle your blessings, and then being disciplined in the manifestations and just being in alignment. Like, you have to, it takes, like, you can't just ask God for something and expect him to do all the heavy lifting. Like, you have to actually be putting some type of work in on your end too. Like, there's a lot of things that God could do in the spiritual realm, but there still has to be stuff done on your behalf in the physical realm. You still have to be able to be doing the stuff physically, right? For him to give you any miracle or blessing or whatever you're even asking for the alignment to even take place. Because if you're not in alignment with yourself, how you gonna expect to be in alignment with God? Because if you're not in alignment with self, how are you even recognizing the God within yourself? So I'm in a season now where I am being obedient. Like I literally just took a test this morning, still coming out here and recording immediately after because I'm being obedient. I said that, hey, after this test, I'm gonna lock in, I'm gonna do this, that, and the third. I'm even now, because I know God is gonna have me, I'm even now preparing myself to actually be back in the classroom, because if that's what I'm asking for, if I'm asking to be back in the classroom by January, I'm gonna be so prepared that whenever I get that call saying come back or go this place, whatever, I'm gonna be prepared. I'm gonna be prepared to teach any curriculum, any subject they throw at me. I'm gonna be prepared. I'm preparing for all math subjects regardless. Because I don't know where I'm going to end up next. I don't know if I'm going to be back at my old school. I don't know if I'm going to a new school. I don't know if I'm going to still teach the same math I've been teaching the past 2 years, or if I'm going to end up in another math. I don't know. But I do know I'm going to prepare myself for whatever God blessing is going to be on my life. I'm going to keep being obedient and sticking to my word. If I said I'm going to do X, Y, and Z, I'm doing X, Y, and Z no matter what. Yesterday I got thrown off by the bee stings. I mean the wasp stings. Like it genuinely threw me off. I really might have to go through that footage. Part of me don't want to watch the footage, but I might need to go to that footage and see what the heck I was doing or talking about, because I really don't. I need to see what happened right when that happened, because that was crazy to me. But sorry, I'm looking at my tire. But I'm I'm trying to, basically, if I'm asking God to put me in these positions and put me in these places and help me through these situations, I have to start moving like the person who already has those things. So you can't be asking to be a millionaire and you have poor money management. How you ever gonna get the million if you gonna blow a million in 2 seconds? You gonna be a millionaire for 0.5 seconds because you gonna end up blowing it away because you have poor spending habits, and you just, I know with me, I got when I got money, I swipe like it ain't nothing. But um, which even then I've learned is a something I need to heal. But because even poor money management is a reflection of your self esteem. You'll be surprised how much is really a reflection of, like, it's kind of telling you really need to heal. Because I really wasn't thinking that was a thing, but then it was like, oh well, Ted, I could see how that would. Because it's also like, my brother is really good at saving money. Me, I gotta spend it as soon as I get it. Like, I be acting like he's gonna run away or something. But um, even me wanting a house, I have literally already mentally started genuinely visualizing what my house would look like. How would I move around my house? What rooms are gonna look like? What's the color theme? What type of furniture would I want, and all that stuff. I really have already, like, visualized what I want to have happen. And even in this house, I try to, okay, well, I don't have my house. So how can I take care of where I'm at right now to know that I'll be able to manage my own house? So it take a lot of it's gonna be some trial and error. It's gonna be some moment, and I'm not saying that you, like, some things, yes, God genuinely will handle everything, and sometimes you really don't have to do no heavy lifting depending on what it is. But some things you have to be, it takes two. Both people have to be putting in the effort. You have to be putting in the effort so that God could even say, okay, I could bless you. So, and sometimes God is just gonna bless you because he hears your tears. Depending on what it is that you've been trying to manifest. I think that's the big thing. Like, what are you trying to actually work towards? Because I feel like if you working towards, like, with me wanting a job, I need to start acting like I'm already a teacher still. Like, even now, I technically in some conversations, I really won't even say that I'm not teaching right now. Like, I technically wouldn't even imply that. I just, oh yeah, my kids, I'm a teacher. Like, I still say I'm a teacher. Just because I'm not physically in the classroom right now, just because I don't physically have a contract right now, I didn't stop saying I was a teacher when people ask. And that's not out of, like, oh, you just lying, or you maybe just feel shame. No, that's just because I know I'm not done teaching. So why would I? I'm a teacher. In this season, right now, even technically, what I'm doing right here is still trying to teach y'all how to heal. So it's still, I'm a teacher regardless. um, Me in the house, no, I can't physically really do too much, but I can at least, okay, if I had a house, this room would look like this, and I would have this type of vibe in this room, and my bedroom would give this type of thing. Like I'm already working on how my house is going to be a place of peace and love and happiness. Like I'm already setting up for that energy by even being in this house and still being in peace and love and happiness. Granted, of course, in this house, sometimes I have struggled with that because I'm working on my father wounds, but um, I have just learned to truly enjoy the process because now I have really like when I say I genuinely like it come up a lot where it's like I genuinely am glad that none of my suicide attempts actually were successful because it genuinely life got better. Like it really do get better. Like it's everything is really just a season, it's a cycle, it's a whatever. I'm not even if right now I know I'm about to enter another winning season. I know I'm for to be blooming and blossoming again and spreading my butterfly wings and flying again. Like I just said the other day, I'm like I got like one hand peeking out the cocoon, like but now I'm past like now I think I really am I'm spreading my wings and I'm flying again. And not for nothing, they really do say butterflies don't have a long lifespan. They say butterflies don't have a long lifespan, but that's why I'm gonna keep blooming, I'm gonna keep blossoming, I'm gonna keep coming back to be a butterfly because I'm gonna keep repeating that cycle. Um, and I've just learned to really enjoy every part of the process because there's a lesson in everything. It's called What the Heal, H.E.A.L, heavy energy around love for a reason. Because every situation, even I know I have times where I'm like, okay, God, I'm tired. I learned all the lessons. I don't need no more lessons, right? But God say you do, and you better learn it because every I do strongly believe everything really does happen for a reason, and even if in that moment you might not necessarily know the reason right then and there, eventually you will understand why anything happened. Like I genuinely understand why college had to go the way it went. I understand why high school went the way it went. I understand why the last couple of years went the way they went because everything is just a setup for something else, right? Or everything is just there to help you grow to the next level, right? So, again, I don't know how good it's about to get. I just know shit gonna get good. As my hair blows all over the place. I just know it's about to get like so. I'm doing so. It's gonna get so good. It's just gonna get like amazing. Like I even when I left my test today, I literally had a party with myself because I just know like life is about to shift. Like that was a test that I just need to get past to really see like, do you really know how much power you hold, girl? Do you know who the fuck you are for real? Do you really know who the fuck you are? Like, and I finally know who the fuck I am. And I finally have like gotten to I feel safe in myself. I feel secure in myself. I feel like I trust myself. I trust my intuition. I trust my own abilities. And it took losing people, it took losing things, but I finally see it because a couple months ago I had got a reading done, and the person basically was saying like, um, he said something about me not feeling safe with myself. Like this is over the summer, I believe. Yeah, this was summertime. So just a couple months ago, somebody was telling me like, you don't feel safe in yourself, or you don't know, you don't feel secure in your own body or something like that. It was something weird. I was like, what? Like I'm feel great, feel good, da, 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 da. But then when I sat with it more, I'm like, realistically though, if I really felt that way, then why do I doubt so much? If I really felt that way, then why do I? Hmm. Okay, maybe I don't feel secure in myself. Maybe I don't feel safe with myself. Maybe I don't feel like I'm at home in my own body. Let me figure that out. And I figured it out, and I worked through it, and now I'm doing so good. But I don't like the idea of like, I feel like I'm just yapping. I don't know what this damn video is actually gonna end up being about, because I don't went from celebrating to learn the lesson to, I don't know. It's just a yap session with Enchantress at this point, because um I really am. I even been telling people like 2026, as all these blessings come in, I am celebrating everything. Like when I get my house, I was telling everybody my housewarming is probably gonna be a whole weekend extravaganza, because I need to acknowledge my graduation. I'm acknowledging celebrating even getting a house. I'm acknowledging just bitch what it took to get to this point of being able to buy a house. Like I'm celebrating everything. Like because you, why every time I get into a good, feel like the win is just always confirmation for like, yeah, you spitting that stuff, girl. But I'm just in a place where I don't care who isn't celebrating me. I'm gonna always celebrate me. I don't care who isn't giving me a round of applause. I'm clapping for myself always. Um, that's another thing. I think we need to, if anybody is like me, like where we, it's like a, well, I had to do that, or it was gonna get done anyway type of person. Still celebrate those things, because it's not easy. It wasn't easy to do anything. Like we try to make it seem like, oh, because it was something you had to do, you don't try to celebrate it. But it's like, no, like celebrate all your shit. Celebrate even having to have do that, because that's being in that position is like a whole another thing to celebrate. Celebrate. I'm celebrating anything, every holiday, any like anything. I'm celebrating it all. Like I'm even right now. I'm celebrating by being obedient, and celebrating by still pushing forward and still keep the discipline up of all the things you said you was gonna do, preparing for my blessings to still come. That's what I'm doing to celebrate right now. But I'm telling y'all, I'm not necessarily outside girl, and that's the thing. That was another thing I gotta figure out what is celebrating in my eyes, because you know everybody, it ain't always about popping bottles and go turn up in the section and club and all that stuff. Like no, I don't always need that. But now, granted, that house I might have to go. Nah, actually no, that house, the section for to be my house. What are we talking about? Popping bottles, but well no, that's if the ancestors allow me. If you know, you know. I can't drink for real, but why do I feel like it's hard for me to talk today? It's not hard for me to talk, but I'm like in such a peaceful place right now that it's like I don't know how to talk about the negative shit, because I'm at peace. And that feels good, y'all. Like to really be at peace with your own self and comfortable with your own self feels great. Feels fantastic. I really love it here. It almost makes me look back at like, why would I ever want to leave this life? But I know why I wanted to leave this life. But it gets better. And trust me, when you in the thick of it, when you in that rock bottom or what feels like rock bottom, trust me, you don't want to hear that shit. Cause to me right now, it don't feel like it. I can't see the lights, but it's there. It is there. It is always really there. Like And I had to realize, like, you stuttering, stuttering, but you really get to a place where you have to realize, like, everything happens for a reason. Some things are put in your place just to make you stronger. Um, I know recently I've been seeing the whole thing, like, if you never broke a bone in your body, it's because you're supposed to learn or go through more emotional pain or something like that. And it's like, and I'm sure we all, if you ain't never, if you on that side, I ain't never broke a bone. Yeah, sure we all agree. Eh? I could have took a little ankle break. I mean, I can't because God, not right now. Please don't let me not play with you. But yeah, like I just feel like when you really finally get to that point of like realizing how, excuse me, when you get to that point where you really realize how you have sneezed at a yawn. What spirit? When you really get to that place where you realize like you just have to be grateful for the journey and truly learn how to trust the process at all times and in all forms, like it get one is gonna get 10 times easier, and two, it just it's a different level. Like when you truly know and have finally reached that place where like it's not like, oh, I have to think about it, or I think or I hope, where you truly know it's gonna get better. Like you technically we should all know it, but of course, because we be in predicaments, we're still humans. We're still humans having a human experience. So of course, some things we can't just naturally shake off or brush past. But that's what I'm saying. When you get to that point where you can learn the lesson quicker, where you can like, okay, God, okay, you just trying to teach me something. Okay, let me learn the lesson. Let me figure out how to get through this, right? But I have truly found peace with, because I was the type of person who really I had to know what was going on. I needed to know, okay, this is gonna go to this and this is gonna do this and next after this. I'm a Virgo. I like to plan. I like to know everything. And it's not necessarily like control people, but I just wanna have control over how my life goes. But it's like, yeah, can't do that. Like honestly, I have reached more peace now naturally by truly surrendering to God and truly just, you know what? I prayed about it. I talked to God. I talked to the ancestors. I did what I did, and that's it. That's all. I'm not gonna sit there and worry about it after, because then it's like, if you sit there, if you prayed, which I was gonna make a separate video about praying and all that stuff, but if you really prayed and you truly do trust the process and trust Most High and have full faith in everything, why are you still worried about whatever you just prayed for? As soon as you prayed, that should have been all the worry out of the window. Like you should have been praying the worry out, because once you gave it to God, I don't have nothing to worry about because I know God is gonna handle it. Um, Even in regards to people doing me dirty. No, I'm just saying, but no, like even in regards to like those situations, like I ain't gotta get no lick back. I ain't gotta worry about it. Karma go come in and do what she do best. You feel me? So, um, sorry, y'all. Okay, I am uh, spiritually tapped in. Okay, I hear what I hear. So if I have moments where it's like I might say something and pause, and then maybe I start smirking, it's because ancestor spirits be talking to me. But that's probably why my shit keep going all over the place too. Because it's so many things. Because I'm happy. Oh my God, I'm happy, and I don't feel like that was a lie. I think I'm changing. Ain't no think I am. Like yeah, I just crashed out yesterday. I am. Like I'm like 90%, maybe 95. I think the 5% still like healing some other. It might be like some rage still deep down inside that I don't know about until it get triggered. But honestly, we need to learn how to take our triggers and like not look at it as a trigger. Look at it as, what are you trying to teach me? Okay, this my emotions rised up. I'm feeling reactive. Why do I feel so reactive? Why do I feel like I want to crash out? You know, actually acknowledge why you want to crash out. I know you can't necessarily do it sometimes right before you crash out because sometimes it's already too late. It's already come out. But you don't want to be a ticking time bomb either. So you do kind of want to like, but some things is gonna have to take it coming out for you to want to fix it. But yeah, y'all, I'm gonna end this rant here because I really don't even know what I'm ranting about. I mean, I know what I'm ranting about, but child, I don't know what I'm gonna title this because I feel like I've been bounced around so much. But maybe just finding joy in the journey because I really have found joy in the journey, and it took a lot. It did a lot of mirror work, did a lot of shadow work, did a lot of just cord cutting, a lot of releasing, um, definitely a lot of having to counteract my thoughts. That's probably the main thing. You really have to train your mind like it's a muscle, which the brain is a muscle, ain't it? Original organ, but you still got to train it. You got to train it. You got to train it tonight. Like you really have to get that negative thought counteracted with three positive ones. When you if you think about that negative person, counteract it with gratitude for the other people in your life. I don't know, but whatever you have to do for yourself. That's what I'm saying. I don't know because it's discernment. Use it whatever you feel for yourself on some of those things. But I also want to say like, don't get caught up in. Don't get so caught up in healing and trying to go through the process and finding joy in the process that you stop living life in general. Because I know it's easy. I know me. I will go into isolation mode when I'm trying to lock in and really get some shit together. But it's like, and then that'd be bad for me because I'll get in that isolation mode and be like, fuck everybody. And it really don't even be fuck everybody. I'm mad at one person. How I'm say fuck the world over one person? Like, or even if I go in isolation, it's like whole time there's people that can help you with what you're going through, and you just choosing to face shit alone. Don't do that. I'm about to start ranting again. So yes, y'all. Um, that's my yap. I'm very happy. I'm gonna keep being obedient, and I trust that this next season for me is going to be everything my heart desires and more, probably, honestly, because it's always more. And I'm just excited to see. I'm excited to be in my next season of answered prayers. I'm excited to just keep watching how God has favor over my life. And I just am excited to see how much more I could grow and bloom into the next version of myself or the better version of myself and keep just being in the highest version of myself as much as I can. Um, and again, I definitely am still working on things. I literally just crashed out yesterday. So there are certain triggers I am still working on. I know. Them father wounds is really deep. It's been years in the making, okay? So those are probably my deepest wounds that I really have to work on. Um, but we working on it. We working on it. We working on it. I crashed out yesterday, but I am working on. I know I said the day I made the father video, I said I could work on giving love and light all the time, and I did not give no love and light yesterday. I crashed out, but I'm working on it, okay? I am still human, all right? I am still having, there's still some lessons I'm learning right now. Like, I'm still, somewhat in the midst of some things. So, um, yeah. So, thank you for listening to me today. Healing gets messy before it gets magical, but you are worthy of all the happiness and love waiting for you on the other side. Or happiness and peace waiting for you on the other side. Adjust your crown, sit up straight. I love you. I hope you love you.